Greetings, Zambia. I am Turiela Kaniki, and I have decided to come up with the Gift for Good campaign. This campaign targets orphans. This is a campaign that targets orphans. This is so because I believe orphans are the strongest kids on earth, not because they chose to, but because life circumstances forced them to. My mission for this campaign is to tutor and mentor these children for skill development. In as much as I go to orphanages to donate clothes, food stuff, I believe these children need something for themselves, something to keep them running in the long term. And that's why I decided I'm going to come up with a Gift for Good campaign. And how will I solve this problem? I will come up with my fellow students, and after classes we can help tutor these kids, mentor them, and we can have annual concerts where these kids come together and people come and watch them. And the money that is made from the annual event can be used for their school necessities, for their food, for their clothes, rather than them having to pickpocket, ask for money from people, and their life circumstances forces them to even start stealing from people, which isn't a good thing. So that's why I decided to come up with a Gift for Good campaign that is going to help these children. Brand themselves, because these kids have got visions, they've got goals, they've got dreams. Most of them want to be musicians, others want to be beauty queens just as I am. That's why I believe it is important not only to just give them the food and the clothes, but also to help them brand themselves and help them develop the skills within themselves and polish them up for the better, to better themselves. And I believe if we continue with this initiative, we can create a better generation for our kids tomorrow.
Hello, my name is Angela Malenga. I am a 22-year-old media student. I am passionate about the promotion of human rights, and my inspiration is drawn from a personal life experience that I had when I was younger. When I was growing up, I was subjected to torment and bullying because of my dark skin tone. It really played on my confidence, but as I grew much older, I became more mature and had a self-introspection that made me realize that what people think about me only becomes true when I believe it. This life experience has given me the ability to understand people that have been marginalized in the society simply because of how they look or the life situations that they are positioned in. I am a firm believer in social stability. I work towards ending all forms of discrimination against persons living with albinism. When I identified that I was passionate about ending all forms of discrimination against persons living with albinism, I knew it was something that I needed to do with people that had the necessary information about it. I aligned myself with an organization that works to promote the rights of these people, as well as just bridge the gap as well as just help them acquire basic needs. I started working with albinism multipurpose cooperatives. I am also a trained human rights defender, and I now travel Zambia to simply educate people about the importance of respecting human rights. I conduct my work with ease through the corporate partnerships that I have made with people. I also hope to make further partnerships to make my work easier and also create more awareness. I have started by competing in the Miss Zambia pageant so that I can raise more awareness about the issue that I am passionate about. You can follow me on this journey by simply sending me a friend request on Facebook, that is Angela Musole Kapalu. You can also follow me on Instagram and Twitter with my handle Angela Musole.
Hello Zambia, my name is Zupe Mufwaya and I'm here to present to you my charity proposal. The name of the charity that I have decided to create is We Choose to Help Foundation. This charity basically talks about us bringing awareness to people living with disabilities in Zambia. And our main aim is to help improve the lives of people that are living with these disabilities. For instance, we also want to create awareness to where people are able to be free around people living with disabilities. It shouldn't be something that is not normal. It should be something that is normal. So for instance, we'd also like to partner with an organization that is already for this cause, and that is the United Nations Commission for Refugees. I know this is a organization that looks at refugees, but they have taken an interest in people living with disabilities. So one of our strategies is to actually partner with this organization so that we can build something great. One of the ways that we're going to create awareness is by choosing a chore campaign. So for instance, we'll send out letters to companies that we feel would really help us with donations, and they get to choose a chore that we will work. Like for instance, we'll send a message to maybe, let's say, Bookworld, and then we tell them we'd love them to help us in whatever way, and then they'll tell us, no, you can come to a warehouse and pack books, and in exchange we get a donation for that. That's one of the ways that we create awareness. And then secondly, we'd also like to create social events where people can come through. There's going to be music performances, there's going to be people painting, it's going to be fun stuff for kids to do. It's all about bringing awareness to this cause, that is people living with disabilities, so that people can understand on this more. Thank you.
Hello Zambia, my name is Mlenga Mumba, and I'm here to introduce to you a project I have been working on throughout 2020 and a project I intend to introduce to you through 2021. The project I have been working on in 2020 is called Ragged. Ragged is an eco-friendly clothing brand which thrives on the zero waste policy. Thus came about the Zero Waste Period campaign. This is a campaign that we intend to produce and distribute reusable sanitary towels. These sanitary towels will be made of mint material and cotton. I have a visual aid that I would show you. This is an example of a sanitary towel that I made using cotton and materials that are breathable to the woman, and this other side is made of a material that is not absorbent, therefore no fluids will be able to seep through. This package will be included in a package that will deliver to girls in different parts of Zambia. We intend to go in 10 provinces of Zambia, targeting the most remote areas of the country. And we intend to partner with different types of organizations that are inclined to environmental protection, such as Joyce and Friends Foundation, who I am currently working with. We go around schools informing the children about the dangers of pollution and how they can manage their environment. I would also like to partner with an organization called CAMFED, which is an organization that promotes the girl child. Therefore, we would have incorporated a gender equality organization that helps girl children stay in schools. I remember when I was in high school, most of the girls that were sponsored by CAMFED were most of the children and girls that were sponsored by CAMFED were stigmatized because of the types of sanitary towels they would use. Therefore, I would like to promote equality through use of these reusable sanitary towels and eliminate discrimination against children that are not economically or financially stable. My campaign also is aimed at voicing out the fact that sanitary towels should be distributed in different types of schools and different types of hospitals, because we as women cannot stop menstruating, because this is something that is natural to us. Therefore, we would like to incorporate this system of delivery in all different parts of Zambia, targeting all different types of children and different parts of Zambia. Through this, I would also like to educate young ladies on the benefits of using reusable pads as opposed to disposable pads, which have a very bad effect on our environment. Through this, we would be raising an eco-friendly environment because together we can fight pollution. Thank you.
Hello Zambia, my name is Taonga Zimba. The name of my foundation, my charity foundation, is called Masukani Foundation. Masukani means open up. It is a platform that is going to allow every girl child out there to express their challenges in society without fear of being stigmatized. Masukani is a foundation that is going to basically target issues concerning child marriages and teenage pregnancies. Our target area is going to be Bauleni. We did a survey in Bauleni and we found out that there was a rise in number of teenage pregnancies and child marriages. It is really a sad sight to see young girls drop out of school and expose themselves to substance abuse and get pregnant. These are the leaders of tomorrow, but if girls are exposing themselves to such issues, they're dropping out of school, then their future is shattered. So we as Masukani Foundation, we aim to achieve at least a 50% reduction in the rise in numbers of teenage pregnancies and child marriages. Masukani is a foundation that is also going to help empower these young girls. We are going to make sure we bring back those girls that drop out of school back to school. And we're also going to provide a skills training center for them. We're going to teach them some basic skills that they can use for survival in society. Masukani is also going to help sensitize the public on the dangers of child marriages and teenage pregnancies. We're going to work hand in hand with the Ministry of Health, the Ministry of Education, and the media. These are the stakeholders that are going to help us raise awareness in society on the issues affecting the young girls. You can follow me on Facebook. You can like my page on Facebook, Taonga Zimba. You can also follow me my personal page on Twitter, which is Taonga Zimba 2. You can also find me on Instagram, Onga95. Thank you.
Hello Zambia, my name is Ashley Mwanza and I'm here to tell you about Active Love Foundation. Active Love Foundation is a non-profit organization that was founded by me in Lusaka, Zambia. So we basically focus on those children who are still in school and help them to learn a new skill that they can monetize after they finish school. The reason I came up with this project for Active Love Foundation was because of the situation I found myself in when I was in the 12th grade. I'm not coming from a well-established family, but I do come from a reasonable one. When I was in grade 12, I had to sponsor myself through my education, and I did this by selling scones and fritters that I made myself. When I completed my grade 12, I learned a skill called digital marketing, which allowed me to go and work with some digital marketing agencies that helped me sponsor myself to university. I believe it's very important for every youth and every child to have a skill. Entrepreneurship starts with each individual. I believe if I can help every child learn a skill that they'll use and monetize when they're done with school, there will be less dependency on the government and less dependency on other family members for them to be sponsored to the next level of their life. I can achieve my goal with your help. Please visit our website at www.activelovefoundation.com and feel free to like our handles on Facebook at Active Love Foundation Zambia and Instagram at _Active Love Foundation. We want to make every child's dream come true. This can be done by enhancing their education. Help me help every child's dream come true. Thank you.
Hello Zambia, my name is Mwaba Emma, the founder of the Mozo Foundation. So Mozo Foundation was formulated in 2016 and it launches in 2020. The main aim of this foundation is to address the healthcare aspect of female inmates, or should I say female prisoners. So what we're trying to do with this foundation is we're trying to incorporate female inmates whose health aspect has been neglected. So what we are doing with this foundation is that we are dealing with pregnant women in prison. We are also targeting mothers, breastfeeding mothers, and also the female inmates that really need medical attention. So our activities for this project is we are creating awareness, also donating toilet latrines, and also we are trying to formulate educational programs for these female inmates. Our objective for this is to create health awareness programs, provide timely medical support. You'll understand that most of these female inmates, or should I say prisoners, health aspect is neglected. So what we're trying to ensure is that they undergo cervical and breast screening. The activities for this will to ensure that those children that are born inside the prison are enrolled into school so that they can enjoy their human rights, and also pregnant women undergo every medical attention that they need. So the Umozi Foundation is found on Facebook. You can follow the Umozi Foundation on Facebook. You can also follow me on Facebook, which is Emma Lukundo Mwaba, for more information about the donation as well as any information regarding the health aspect of these female inmates. Thank you.
My name is Rozingoni. My project is based on improving the quality of education. Why did I choose education? I chose education because I strongly believe education is the most empowering force in the world. That creates knowledge, builds self-confidence, and breaks barriers to opportunities. And for kids, it is the key to open the door for a better life. But unfortunately for some kids, they will never receive that key. Why? Because they are locked in the cycles of disadvantage and poverty. That is why my advocacy is to work with the organizations that works to give the needs of the less fortunate children in terms of education, especially those in poor areas, those that cannot have easy access to education, because I believe education is the best way and the only key to solve poverty. Thank you very much.
Hello Zambia, my name is Lariska Kalongo, and I have come up with a project that I have decided to call Love Unleashed. Love Unleashed is a project that focuses on street kids and taking them out of the streets into a home. The kind of home I talk about is probably the one you and I come from. A home that allows us to express ourselves freely and also exercise our human rights. For a very long time, I have been studying and actually researching on things concerning this project, and I have come to realize that these street kids are actually exposed to things such as violence, abuse, mental health issues, and so many more issues. Most of us do not pay an eye to them or pay attention to them because of the image they have built themselves. They're now portrayed as either thieves or drug addicts. There came a time when I was on a bus and a window was open and one street kid actually came to the window to beg. But before he could actually reach to the window, the person seated by the window side had closed the window, and it really pierced my heart. From then, I realized that we have less love for these kids, and it is up to us to start loving them today. It is up to us to understand what love is and reach out to them through love. Love Unleashed is a project purely inspired by the love of God. When we understand that love endureth all things, believeth all things, hopeth all things, and endureth all things, we understand how to love them and how to reach out to them. This project is not just mine, but it's for me and every Zambian out there. Statistics show that we are over 18 million, and 2 million, probably even more, are working with very good paying jobs. If each of those 2 million can actually contribute 1 kwacha a day for a year, it would build an institution big enough to accommodate at least 13,000 street kids, which could offer them medical attention and also therapy that will help those that are already addicted to drugs, provide food and shelter, and also education for those that would want to go back to school. You love, I love, God loves, and together it's Love Unleashed. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter with my name, Loriska Kalongo. Thank you.
Hello Zambia, my name is Vanessa Kangongo. I'm one of the founders at Taonga Foundation. Taonga Foundation is a group of young ladies focusing on helping elderly people, orphans, as well as street kids. Our aim is to create a great future for a better tomorrow and to create change, as well as creating joy to less privileged people. We as the organization already have projects that we've already put in place that will be taking place this year. We have the Christmas giveaway, as well as Take a Child Back to School. That's next year, 6th of January 2021. The Taonga Foundation will be spending their Christmas at Umoyo Orphanage and Widow Center that is already registered and funded by Paolo Nanyangwe. Our organization is already sponsoring 107 kids, both girls and boys. We as an organization, we just want to spend time with these kids and still highlight them and let them know to say there's still a better future amongst themselves, and there's still something good that can come out of them not even having perfect homes, perfect family members and everything. Our main interest is on the big project that we have next year, which is taking back a child to school. I come from a place where education is taken to be a second option, where people do not even take interest if a child is in school or not, whether a child has good books, uniforms, pencils, as well as other things that they may need to be used in school. So as Taonga Foundation, we appeal to Facebook friends of Vivelo School that is going to work hand in hand with us as an organization. And we'll make sure to say this has taken place not just because we can do this, but we want to create a better future for our upcoming generation. This is the generation that is going to take over from us. You can follow our page on Facebook. That's Taonga Foundation on Facebook. Instagram is Taonga Foundation. Every soul counts. You can equally follow me on Facebook. That's Vanessa Kangongo. That's my Facebook name. It's the same as Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Hello Zambia. My name is Vanessa Chinyamba. I am a member of an NGO called The Zambia I Want. And under our community health programs, we have the Hygiene Pack campaign. This activity is meant to share sanitary products with prison inmates. Built to at least accommodate 5,500 prisons, it now accommodates 3 to 4 times more that number, which means that prisons are overcrowded. So as a solution, or rather to help, we came up with an initiative to share sanitary products through the Hygiene Pack. Overcrowding is so severe that inmates in some facilities sleep seated, others take shifts, and they have little ventilation. This could also mean that prisons are potential breeding grounds for COVID-19 and other communicable diseases. So let's stop the spread, or rather help our inmates protect themselves from contracting and spreading the diseases by pledging on any of the products in the Hygiene Pack. After all, sharing is caring. Why not lend a hand and be the change you want to see?
Hello Zambia, my name is Asibusisi Wachirwa. My charity proposal name is Bloom.
my charity will basically be focusing on girls from economically disadvantaged areas. The motto of my project is "Beat her to success." Beat her in every sense. This is directing her, inviting her, saying farewell to this girl child who is embarking on a journey to attain her education. The vision of my charity is to see this young girl, notwithstanding that she comes from an economically disadvantaged area, come out with an education, achieving broader career possibilities and personal growth. The main activity of my initiative will involve enrolling non-going school children, mainly beginners, into school. This will involve the provision of all the prerequisites required for a girl child to be admitted into school. This will involve the provision of things like reams of paper, toiletries, school uniforms, school shoes, and stationery. My additional concepts, or rather activities, of the project will involve providing mentorship to the girls and sensitizing their parents on the importance of educating their girl child and ensuring that we have their support with regards to our initiative. Our second additional concept will be providing care packages to the girls. This will involve the distribution of necessities that will be complementary to help the girls attain their education. Our third additional concept will be to provide skills building to the girls. This will basically involve imparting skills to the girls. These skills will involve skills such as cooking skills, sewing, first aid, and sports. I hope to achieve my project goals within the period of 1 year. Thank you.
Hello, Zambia. My name is Victoria Molengula. I'm a 24-year-old medical student. My Beauty with a Purpose project is titled Ability in Disability. At the age of 12, I was diagnosed with scoliosis. This is a condition that affects the spinal cord. So instead of my spinal cord being straight, it was curved. With that disability came a lot of discrimination and stigmatization. My Beauty with a Purpose project is aimed at eliminating discrimination and stigmatization of persons living with disabilities, promoting inclusion, fighting for equal opportunity, easy access to information, and easy access to healthcare services. I would love to change the way society views people living with disabilities. Society is made up of our values, our norms, our beliefs, and all the morals. My first objective, and this is an objective that I would love to achieve, is to at least visit every district in the country to identify persons that are living with disabilities that are correctable. Disabilities such as hydrocephalus, cleft palate and cleft lip, clubfoot, and scoliosis, the disorder that I had. At the age of 13, I got help from a hospital called the Bed Cure International Hospital. My medication and health treatment was done for free, and so I would love to give back to community, to raise funds for these children to get the help and treatment that they need. I want to be the link between the children that are living with disabilities and hospitals that are offering free services such as surgery. My second objective is to work hand in hand with carpenters to make mobility aids such as crutches, and shoemakers to make special shoes for children with clubfoot. My third objective is to sensitize caregivers, parents or guardians that have children living with different disabilities, to sensitize them on the importance of education, because I know that education would be a powerful tool that they would use to face life, to be able to stand up for themselves, to be independent. They would have an education and an occupation of whatever career they choose to have. My fourth objective is to visit special schools to hold fundraising events such as talent shows. This would give them a platform where they would be able to showcase their different and special abilities and talents. This would really motivate them, empower them to participate in society's activities. My fifth objective is running the You Matter campaign, which is already running at the moment. I would love to use social media to send a message of love and encouragement to persons living with disabilities. May seem small, but the impact that it comes with is great. To spread the word, to empower these people, the young youths living with disabilities, to encourage them to participate in society's activities, to encourage them to take up leadership roles, to encourage them to take part in choosing leaders. Imagine living in a society free of discrimination and stigmatization. A society that accommodates dreams, ambitions, and visions of people living with disabilities. That is the kind of society that I want to see, that I want to live in. I will say, I lived, I loved, I ran my race, and fulfilled my purpose. And I know that this vision is going to be carried forth. Thank you.